parable, I bet we learn something new, and everything we hear for the first time. It's very impressive and very descriptive to see this rich man and Lazarus at the doorsteps waiting just to have some compassion, maybe, of the rich guy. And the rich guy passing by, not even taking care about him, probably not even seeing him at all in his need. And the word that comes to me when I see this parable, when I read this parable, is indifference. Can you see that as well? It's such a great indifference. There is a man there laying down, and it seems to be for more than one day, right? And he's in pain, he's suffering, he's sick, he's hungry. And the rich man does not care, but he's having great parties and with friends and everything, right? So it's indifference. Then when they are at Abraham's bosom, or when they are after they die, they see that the poor man is with Abraham, but the rich man is not. And what was basically the condemnation of the rich man? Not the wealth. Not because he was rich, he was condemned, right? He was condemned because he was indifferent to the need of his brother, who was laying down at the door. In the first reading, we hear about the prophet Amos. And he basically warns us that wealth without active mercy for the poor is a great weakness. And he sees the people of his time getting rich, the rich people getting richer and richer on taking advantage of the poor and not taking care of the poor in the community. And Amos says to them that God is going to punish them. And how God is going to punish them? They're going to go into exile. And Amos also, some verses before, he will talk about the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord is the day of liberation for the oppressed, and the day of condemnation for those who are the oppressors. In the second reading, St. Paul is talking to Tito, who is a bishop, and he's giving him advice of having some virtues that he needs to lead his people. Those virtues are devotion, faith, love, patience, and gentleness. And he says, do that rather than look for richness and focus on richness. Why? Because sometimes when you focus on wealth, or when we focus on health, then we can be slaves of that wealth. And when we become slaves of our possessions, then we lose the purpose of life. We kind of miss what is the reason that we were created for, and what is our destiny. What is our destiny? To be again with God after life. So in today's gospel, Jesus is giving us a warning, pointing out the destiny of the rich man who neglects his duty to show mercy to poor Lazarus. He neglects the duty. It's written in the Old Testament and in the New Testament that we need to take care of those, or care about those who are in most need. Also, Jesus here clarified three misconceptions that are at the time for the Pharisees, and he criticized the Pharisees because the love of money. And he clarifies the Sadducees' belief of three mistakes or misconceptions. The first one is that God bless you with wealth. And that's why you are wealthy, because God has blessed you because you are righteous. And then he has punished the poor because they have sinned, or they are not as righteous as you are. And then that's why they are cursed and they are punished, they are poor and they can be ill. And if that's the case, then what is the point to help them if they are cursed already? The second misconception is that since God has blessed us with wealth and all those good things, then what we do with that? We enjoy life. We enjoy good food, good dressing, good housing, good everything, after, of course, we paid our tithe. And the third one is the misconception of the Sadducees that there is no life after death. Once you die, that's it. And then, if that's the case, there is no reason to pay any retribution for your good deeds or your bad deeds, so why to help the poor? So those are those misconceptions that we have there in the gospel clarified by Jesus. And we need to think about this. Each one of us, we are very wealthy. I'm sure you agree with me. We are very wealthy in many ways. Maybe with money, maybe with knowledge, maybe influences. I don't know. In many ways, we are rich. We need to think that we are not here to live by ourselves. We are here to live as brothers and sisters in one body, in the body of Christ. And therefore, we need to take care of each other and not to be indifferent to others. Let us remember, the Gospel of Matthew is telling us that at the end of life, we are going to be questioned by Jesus in some kind of duty that we have with those who are in need. And I'm going to read this because it's so beautiful, and I think it's going to apply to the Gospel. Matthew 25:31 says, "But when the Son of Man comes in his glory, and the angels with him, then he will be seated on his glorious throne. And all the nations will be gathering before him. And he will separate them from one another. And the shepherd as the shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. And he will put the sheep on his right and the goats on his left. Then the king will say to those on his right, 'Come you who are blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me.'" So it is very right. We are not here to be by ourselves. We are here as brothers and sisters, the body of Christ, and we cannot be indifferent to others. So let us look around today and find the Lazarus of the 21st century, and do not be indifferent to him or her. We cannot afford to miss the opportunity God gives us in every day to build up our treasure in heaven by sharing our own gifts with our brothers and sisters who are in it. Amen. Ok, ahora en español. Y los que saben inglés, pues ya les tocó doble. Hoy, esta parábola del Lázaro y el hombre rico que hemos escuchado, es una parábola que hemos escuchado muchas veces en la vida, ¿verdad? Y cada vez que la escuchamos, nosotros como que aprendemos algo nuevo. Y vemos, es algo, una experiencia tan vívida ahí que dice la Escritura, como Lázaro es un hombre rico que tiene todo, y hay un hombre ahí a la puerta de su casa, y un hombre que está enfermo, que tiene hambre, que no tiene vestido. Y el hombre rico pasa, es indiferente a él, a las necesidades que él tiene. Esta indiferencia hace prácticamente que él sea ciego ante Lázaro. Y él entonces, el hombre rico, pierde la oportunidad de hacer algo y de hacer para él un tesoro en el cielo. El profeta Amós, de la primera lectura, condena o nos da nos dice que si nosotros tenemos la riqueza y no la usamos para ayudar a otros, entonces esa riqueza se convierte en algo malo para nosotros. Amós está hablando contra la gente de su tiempo que se estaba enriqueciendo a costillas de los pobres. Y no solamente se estaba enriqueciendo, sino que los abusaba a ellos y no atendía las necesidades de ellos. Y entonces les dice que un día ellos van a tener una maldición, un castigo de Dios. Y ese castigo es que ellos van a ser echados, van a perder su nación, su territorio, van a ir al exilio. Y va a venir un día de justicia del Señor. Ese día de justicia es el día en que el Señor va a castigar a los opresores y va a defender y levantar a los oprimidos. En la segunda lectura, San Pablo también habla de algunas virtudes que son buenas para tener. Le habla a Tito, que es un obispo de la iglesia. Le dice las virtudes son devoción, fe, amor, paciencia y gentileza. Le dice que se aleje más bien de las riquezas, porque las riquezas a veces nos pueden a nosotros abrazar tanto o tomar tanto interés que nos terminan esclavizando. Y si nos esclavizan esas riquezas, nos apartan del plan de Dios. En el Evangelio de hoy, Dios nos da también como nos dice que tengamos cuidado, no me acuerdo cómo se dice warning, que tengamos cuidado, porque la riqueza, si nosotros no cumplimos nuestra función de ayudar a los pobres, es algo que va a ser malo para nosotros. Hay tres misconcepciones. El Señor en el Evangelio, en la parábola, ataca a los fariseos, porque los fariseos creen que son muy buenos y que ellos tienen todas las riquezas y tienen un gran amor al dinero y se están olvidando de los pobres y los necesitados. Y Jesús nos clarifica tres cosas que se entienden mal en este tiempo para los saduceos. La primera es que Dios bendice al rico y las riquezas son un símbolo de que Dios nos ha bendecido y por eso nosotros tenemos que disfrutar las riquezas. Y que a los que están sufriendo y los que son pobres, Dios los ha castigado por su pecado. Eso es una misconcepción. Entonces, la segunda es que, ¿para qué ayudar a los pobres si los pobres ya están condenados? Nosotros tenemos que disfrutar nuestras cosas siempre después de haber dado el 10% a la iglesia, recuerda. La tercera es de que no hay vida después de la muerte. Y entonces, si no hay vida después de la muerte, creían los saduceos, entonces, ¿para qué vamos a hacer el bien o el mal si nosotros no vamos a recibir una recompensa o un castigo por lo que hemos hecho? Cada uno de nosotros somos muy ricos en muchas maneras. Y esa riqueza que nosotros tenemos es de talento, puede ser también dinero, puede ser conocimiento que tengamos. Y esa riqueza nosotros la debemos de utilizar siempre al servicio de los demás. Porque nosotros no estamos solos en este mundo. Nosotros somos parte del cuerpo de Cristo y nosotros con nuestros hermanos y hermanas estamos para ayudarnos. El cuerpo de Cristo, somos uno solo. Nos dice Mateo 25 que nosotros cuando lleguemos al momento del juicio final, nos va a preguntar el Señor, nos va a hacer unas preguntas y esto es para nosotros tener en cuenta, porque de esto vamos a ser juzgados según Mateo. Dice, en Mateo, vamos al 34, voy a hacer la segunda parte. Entonces el rey dirá a los de la derecha, vengan, benditos de mi Padre, a recibir el reino preparado para ustedes desde la creación del mundo. Porque tuve hambre y me dieron de comer. Tuve sed y me dieron de beber. Era inmigrante y me recibieron. Estaba desnudo y me vistieron. Estaba enfermo y me visitaron. Estuve encarcelado y me vinieron a ver. Entonces, eso es lo que nos dice Mateo, cómo va a ser el reino al final del tiempo. Nosotros no perdamos la oportunidad que tenemos de mirar alrededor de nosotros y miremos quién es el Lázaro del siglo XXI. ¿Quiénes son nuestros hermanos que están necesitados alrededor de nosotros? Y no perdamos esta oportunidad de hacer algo bueno por ellos. No perdamos la oportunidad de ir creando nuestra riqueza en el cielo. Amén.